Mortal Kombat crew, and welcome to another Scorpion and Sub-Zero React to Something. Today we're reacting to something by DeadMeat. He has a kill count for the Mortal Kombat 2021 movie. How great is that? We always love to support DeadMeat.
This is the latest movie, MK 2021. Everybody should watch this. And go over to Kill Count and watch it over there too, because we're probably going to be talking over most of this.
Yeah,
but,
and also support
really
him.
About this.
Support him also because a lot of his videos get taken down, and he has a lot of issues with that, getting copyright strikes and stuff. So please support him. He does great videos
every single time.
So are you ready for this, Scorpion?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get right into it.
3, 2, 1, play button.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies.
Oh, he looks
I'm
great.
James A. Janice, and
looks
today
like
we're
me.
looking at Mortal Kombat, the reboot released in 2021.
You picked the right
I'm pumped
ninja,
to
my
cover this
friend.
movie because y'all know I'm an MK Ultra fan. That is, an Ultra fan of MK, not a fan.
I'm not MK Ultra.
Age when they were somehow not as impossibly hard for me. No, fuck. Earlier this year,
they were much easier to button mash.
While the first is fun enough, the second is an abomination, and
Yes,
neither
it
are
is.
my particular style in terms of aesthetic or humor. Conversely, this modern
I love that.
shit.
Just gotta have that
I
in
know
there.
it's got a lot of problems.
bro, it looks
the
so cool.
structure's a mess, and the Arcana thing feels like an unnecessary over-explanation. Plus, spoiler
Yeah,
alert, they never get to the tournament. Mortal Kombat's about a tournament. They spend the whole movie talking about a tournament.
Tournament.
And yet, they never get to the goddamn tournament. It's dumb. But this movie's dumb in a way
Yeah,
I really
agree.
enjoy. It's aware of its campy source material, but still plays things seriously enough to have an impact.
preemptive.
Who the
It's supposed
fuck
to be a
isn't
three-part
about to cheer
series.
when Scorpion says,
俺は地獄からお前を殺しに蘇った。
that's friggin' awesome! Most everyone who made this movie was a fan of the games and wanted to do them justice. Among them was Australian director Simon McQuoid, who kept things going during the 12-week shoot in and around Adelaide, South Australia. Ultimately, this feels like
there's a lot of hype
setup to
for
a
him
Mortal
as a
Kombat
director.
movie series. And if you keep that in mind, it should help.
And we
you
got
have a
Cole
good
Young,
time.
or
And I
Kung
think it's
Jin,
so
whatever
fun.
you wanna
Even
call
if
him.
you don't know any of the lore. For fans of the franchise, though, it's even better.
That
thanks
wall
to tons
had
of
to take
little
forever.
inside jokes that I'll be pointing out
Think
during
about
this
that
episode.
damn wall.
I know plenty of people shat on this movie, and that's fine. I mean, it's not great, but I had a blast watching it, and maybe you will too. And
what it's
besides,
for.
y'all, just
What
like
it's
the
all
games,
about.
this thing is
Cabal looks
boring as
so
fuck.
amazing.
Cue the sponsor talk. With Raycon earbuds, you can enjoy amazing audio quality.
Okay,
so
we just talk
We
over
got it
you.
everywhere.
If it's snug
It's
inside
blue,
your
hey,
room,
it's blue.
you'll stay put, even if
Oh,
you're
that's
fighting
great.
Almost
Steve
want
Earthrealm
one,
and
but it's blue.
Gotta love that.
I use my
And the
Raycons
toasty in the
to listen
background.
to podcasts and music while I'm doing chores.
They have gold
Lately,
ones,
I've
though.
been using them while
I
raking
think.
leaves, listening
Oh,
to
there's
the
red.
Limp Bizkit album. Yeah! Raycons are available
Limp
in
Bizkit?
black, stylish
I haven't heard that
colors.
in years.
Oh, bringing it
Everybody
back.
this holiday season.
Jeez.
Still out
Start at
there.
half the price of other premium audio.
Everything's
brands,
coming
so they
back.
won't break the bank, and with free shipping and returns, you have absolutely nothing to worry about.
Well, what else are you
Get
gonna do?
15% off your order today by using the promo code HOLIDAY. Just go to buyraycon.com/deadmeat and use code HOLIDAY to get 15% off. The 90s movies had bloodless kills owing to their PG-13 ratings. This movie almost got an NC-17, and I'll show you why.
Really?
Let's get to the kills.
Oh.
We needed more things then. We needed a little bit more. I don't know what we needed.
1617 at the compound of Hanzo Hasashi. Hanzo is a ninja of the Shirai Ryu clan, but he's also a family man and confirmed wife guy.
Confirmed wife guy.
Confirmed wife guy, not white
That's your
guy.
storyline.
His compound
I'm
is
white.
back. The first floor is cut down, or up, on the other side of this wall. Hanzo's wife and son hide their
Death.
family's baby girl before they're found by Bi-Han.
Do you know he died for
of a
sure?
rival clan
Like, really?
called the Lin Kuei. He is not
Chinese
only a
ninja.
mean man,
Yeah,
he also
not
has
a
ice
thing.
powers. Because this is the original Sub-Zero, motherfuckers! When Hanzo comes back, he's shot
Aha,
to
'cause
death.
he gets
A
to
random
live
ninja
for
running
100
years.
dead with a spear in his back. Actually, he's a bit more concerned with his wife and son's frozen bodies that he finds outside the compound, sitting there looking like a prize-winning ice sculpture.
Now, they're
Four
dead.
deaths
I
in
know,
5
because
minutes.
Ice
That's
does
four
that.
deaths in the first 5 minutes.
Ice is so powerful.
Here comes
He
10.
fucks him up real bad, and the movie doesn't hide from the gruesomeness of blade kills. By the way, this group of
But
kills
you did.
also
You had to hide
includes
that.
two of Hanzo's men seen in the background. Hanzo grabs a kunai his wife had had been using for gardening.
A lot more kills in
rope
this one.
Fastened together his
Yes,
signature weapon.
he grabs.
Harpoon that
He
uses
grabs
to kill
this.
the next wave of ninjas. It's choreographed.
I
Oh,
grabbed
I
this
do
in
love
the
this
movie.
scene,
My
even
job
though
a
it's
whole
hard
lot
to
easier.
watch for
I
me.
counted 9 victims total during this attack. The last one getting clotheslined to the ground. Haha, get ready.
Love
Hanzo
it.
Meant for a kill
Though
count.
he doesn't speak his language,
Clothesline from
kombatants
hell,
are fully
Bradshaw.
fluent in kick-assery. They have an awesome fight scene revolving around Hanzo's kunai, which makes its way into and across both of their bodies at various
Too fast,
points.
if you ask me.
eventually overpowers his foe and sticks the
Ouch.
spear tip into Hanzo's shoulder. He's so
don't like
confident
that.
Hard for you to watch,
kill
huh?
Hanzo that Bihan walks away like fuck it, looking like Jason in part 3.
Bro didn't
Hanzo's
do this,
still
he wouldn't be
alive
so
and
annoying.
all past an extra body we didn't see before, but then he stretches out his arm and dies closer to his compound. Good thing you didn't make it inside. You might have burned the damn thing down.
I counted the
with
death.
fire
I
magic.
added
A
the
thunder
death
god named
counter,
Raiden
even though I'm gonna
eyes
still
all
be in this
glowing,
movie.
finds the hidden heir of Hanzo Hasashi. It's time for that baby to take a lightning trip. And time for us to take a look at this title card. Card with a K. Some text spells out our situation. That's us, as one
Yeah,
fighting
you
tournament away
coulda
from being
just
taken over by
simplified
the
it.
violent dimension.
I hate that
known
they
as
did
Outworld.
this.
But again, don't hold your breath waiting for the tournament. Right now, we need to introduce shit like Hanzo
Part two.
Hasashi's
It's gotta be
descendant,
two, right?
Cole Young, a
Gotta
movie
be
Cole
next
Young
one.
from the
That's
MKX
needed
series.
to be an
Yeah.
audience surrogate of sorts.
Well,
I know
to be
lots
fair,
of
Watch that
myself
video.
Games
included,
were
weren't thrilled about the
tournaments
inclusion
anyways,
of a
like
non-game new character.
maybe
There's
3
only
of the
one
games
of
had a
those
tournament in it.
outstand. My boy Art Lean, rest in peace, buddy. But don't blame co-writer Greg Russo, a lifelong fan of the games. He said Cole Young was a studio demand that came straight from Warner Brothers. Cole's a cage fighter
Yes,
with a loving wife.
you know
Allison,
why
and
now.
daughter Emily.
MKX
But their love
Generations.
doesn't keep him from getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
He's always losing his bouts, despite Emily's solid advice.
And they wanted to have like a
Uppercut
UFC
is
style
in the
fighter.
games, especially in the first few before combos
Crossover
were more
in
of a
the-
thing. Cole is
the
beaten
noob.
bloody, but seems like he still has fans, like this handsome stranger.
Cole Young, the man that took the belt from Eddie Tobias.
That name is a reference to the men who made Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon and
Ed
John
and
Tobias,
Tobias.
who
Why
made
did I
heavyweight
not-
games in the early 90s. This is Jax and his
I didn't
giant
hear it the
arm,
first
and
time
he's very
through.
forward.
He beats
asking
it both
Cole about
up.
his dragon marking. He's had it since birth, and it was also seen on Hanzo during
God,
his
that dragon
trip to
tattoo
Washington.
is such a
Jax
stupid
keeps an eye on
concept.
Cole as he and his family go for ice cream. Oh, and check it. This ice cream place must have experiential marketing, because it's snowing all of a sudden. It's more than snowing, actually. It's a full-on deep freeze here. And
That's how
look who
you
it
get
is
your ice
making
cream
things
extra cold.
Beyond the
Thank you,
Beyond
Beehive.
Sub-Zero, howling hard and Tobin.
Yes, I love this
I'll
scene.
say kills
That
him.
guy's
This ice
bad.
attack is
He's just
awesome.
so
It was
aggressive
done
and killer
practically.
with that
The
ice.
effects team experimented
Damn
with
ice.
the best materials that would look and break like real ice, then devoted a whole warehouse to making enough of it. Special
Yes!
effects supervisor Peter Stone
It's all
developed an
practical,
ice
yeah?
gun to make the hail rain down. Jax
That's-
rolls
that's
up to save
really
Cole and his
cool.
family, and while driving them to safety, tells Cole what's going on. That scary blue ninja is hunting both of them down since they both
That'd
have
be
those
super
dragon
sketchy.
markings on their bodies.
Not a
Shards of
birthmark, Cole. Means you've
clear
been chosen.
methane.
Before he can explain too much,
polypropylene,
Sub-Zero
whatever the heck
blocks
that
their
is.
path. So Jax tells Cole to go find a woman named Sonya Blade while he tries to take care of the Iceman. The fight between Jax and Sub-Zero is preceded by some Easter egg
So
graffiti,
OP,
controller
this.
input to perform
brother
Sub-Zero's
just
freeze
makes a
attack.
mockery of
Subby
him.
shows up for a fight that gives
Oh,
us a
really?
look at Jax's muscles in action.
The freeze
but despite
attack in the
their
background.
impressive
I did
jerk,
not
he
know
gets his
that.
ass kicked by Sub-Zero.
Nice
I mean,
catch.
the guy does
Oh,
have ice
yeah, the
It's nothing to be
yeah,
ashamed
your
of,
ice move.
Jax. Subby uses his powers to force Jax
he
into
just looks
submission.
over to get it.
Freezes him from hands to
Like,
shoulders.
oh, I forgot
With a
my
painful
move.
shattering, Jax loses his Second Amendment right.
He's so
That's really
pathetic
gonna
here.
suck when you
That's
can't catch
shock.
yourself
Bye-bye.
with a
That would be
ball.
shock,
Damn,
right?
that's
You'd just be
painful.
completely.
As we've seen, Bihan has been a bad guy for centuries.
Don't
But nowadays, he's
touch
working for the desolate, hostile Outworld. He's hunting down people with dragon markings on behalf of a sorcerer named Shang Tsung, played here by Chin Han.
Does he just
who has
freeze
the
himself every
unfortunate
night to
job of
stay
stepping
400
into the
years
massive
old? I don't-
shoes left by Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa. Shang Tsung wants to kill all of Earthrealm's potential
Yeah,
champions
massive
before
shoes.
the tournament.
Yes,
can
he
even
doesn't
begin.
fit in this
Don't
role,
worry, Shang.
unfortunately.
You've got time. Cole drops off Emily and Allison somewhere safe and heads to Gary, Indiana to meet Sonya Blade. He gets to her shitty trailer and shows her a shitty marking, earning her trust and a dollop of backstory.
Cole basically
Sonya and
gets
Jax
his ass
served
kicked
together in the
the
U.S.
entire
Special
film,
Forces, but lately
until he
they've been
gets his
researching those
special
dragon
armor.
markings. On a mission years ago, they found a target with the marking who had superhuman abilities. When Jax killed the target, the marking transferred to his body. As best they can tell, the marking has to do with some kind of legendary inter-realm fighting tournament.
It's an invitation to fight for something known as Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat! And yeah, this scene is one big old exposition.
I never liked the
but at least
point.
it
Even in the
includes
trailer, I
Easter
thought it
eggs
was
for
shit.
Mortal Kombat
Don't do
fans.
that.
Peep that picture of Nightwolf,
Yeah.
one of my favorite characters. Or that bust of Kotal
Nice,
Khan,
I
the
didn't see
future
that
former
reference.
leader of Outworld. There may be more
that
Easter
one.
eggs hidden here too. Sonya's wall of
Can
intel
you
became a
imagine
full-time
what
job
they
for the
had
art
to-
department.
We
Just
knew that if the
everything
camera
had
went
to-
across it, it would be freeze-framed and red. So everything had to be accurate and everything had to be right.
But enough of those cameos. Let's get another character
I
in
want
the
more of the
mix.
wall now.
Australian criminal Kano.
Wanna
It's like
see
you
it
blink,
on
you
the
miss it
wall.
all.
None of your fucking business.
No last name. Kano is a ruthless mercenary
Great Kano.
who works for the Black Dragon clan. Sonya's holding him captive because he has a dragon marking. Just like Jax, Kano's marking appeared after he killed someone else who had it.
You were never chosen.
Of course, neither was Sonya. She doesn't even
Doesn't-
have a
doesn't
marking.
matter.
All of a sudden, they start getting an invisible beatdown thanks to a camouflaged foe. It steps on Kano's face and scars it with
It
a
looks
nasty
like Gorn
slash, then slinks
from the
around with
original
raptors,
Star
drinking
Trek.
acid from its
Yeah,
mouth.
I
This
just
is Sizer,
refused.
aka
I
Reptile,
refused to
an
acknowledge
MK
that that was
mainstay who's
Reptile.
had
I didn't like-
invisibility since he
I
was
swear
an
it's
Those
Gorn.
iterations
first
of
game.
him.
I love how they
Games.
use a flare in
Too
this.
much.
I don't know what they were thinking with that
Reptile's
design.
character
Too much
evolved from a
Saurian.
green pellet swat
They could've
ninja
done
to a
anything
member
with
of the
that.
I'm not a
reptilian
speciesist.
species known as
I'm
Saurians.
not.
Since director Simon McQuoid wanted to draw from all of Mortal Kombat's lore, he made his movie's version both quadrupedal and bipedal. The 3-on-1 handicap match eventually ends when Kano punches into Reptile's chest and, screaming, removes his heart.
And that's classic.
You fucking beauty.
Josh Lawson is so damn entertaining.
I like the screaming.
And
Like,
many of
the
his
screaming
lines
when he's
were
doing this
improvised.
is like,
Not sure which
it's
one,
like,
though. Sonya wants to go to Raiden's
it's still a
temple,
scary
where
thing,
champions train for
but I'm
Mortal
killing it.
Kombat, and Kano knows
No
where it
intensity
is,
and
since he used to
fear.
run weapons there. He takes them there on a cargo plane that they have to parachute out of. Then they begin the long trek with Kano as their guide. He says he knows where they're going, but that dude lives in a house of lies. Since he's such a dick, it's a good
He is a
thing
house
they get
of
additional help in the form of this Karate Kid. It's Liu frickin' Kang, and he's got frickin' fireballs.
Does that mean I'm gonna get superpowers at any point?
Liu Kang's a Shaolin monk from the Order of Light, another Earthrealm champion in the employment of Lord Raiden. He's played by Ludi Lin, previously a Power
He was in
Ranger,
Black Mirror,
and another
too.
fighting game character.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Black Mirror. Liu leads them
That was a
across
really
the
bad-
desert
it was a really
expanse
weird
until they
episode,
arrive
by
at
the way,
Raiden's
if you see
temple.
it.
Both of the previous Mortal Kombat films had awesome on-location shoots, and I'm glad this installment continues that tradition, now with more sweeping cinematography. Location supervisor Jacob McIntyre scouted epic landscapes throughout Australia. Sometimes they needed to modify things, like with Hanzo's lush Japan set compound. There, they added fake moss and greenery to Mount Crawford's pine forest
So
an
much
hour away
easier
from
just to go
Adelaide. For
there.
Raiden's temple, though, filmed
Just
at an
go.
empty opal mine called Cooper Pedy, they didn't have to do anything. Though it had never been filmed before, it was already screen ready. Liu's hand lantern and a secret door
Nice.
gives them entrance inside the temple,
Very-
where
very
murals
cool.
depict previous tournaments and give us more Easter eggs. One of them shows the realm named Ademir,
I did like
and
those
another
murals.
Shao Kahn, the hammer-wielding emperor of Outworld. And yeah, Cole, that one's got your grandpappy in it. Explains all those weird dreams you've been having lately. Besides the murals, which look really cool in real life, Raiden's temple includes
Yeah.
other Easter eggs, such as the
Katana
steel
fan.
fans of Princess Katana and Shinnok's amulet, an important item in the game's storyline.
Yeah, it's just-
Liu
just
Kang
there.
introduces
It's just hanging
everyone
out
to
there.
Daddy Daddy
Come on.
and
On a
says they're
necklace.
pretty shithouse champions.
Why wouldn't
Especially you,
Shang
Ross
take
around
that?
played by
something?
Tadanobu Asano in a performance that I know disappointed a lot of people.
Must have been
One more
fake.
victory, and Outworld will gain control over Earth forever.
I think it's fine, but I was expecting more given Asano's electric performance in Ichi the Killer. I wonder if he just took this role because he's a fan of hats. It may not bristle me as much as Christopher Lambert's
That's
weasel
why.
depiction,
Yeah, that's it.
but I was
still
hoping
like
for
Chris
more of the
Lambert, though.
forcefulness we
I
get
get
from
it.
the video game version.
He's not the
Our time
authoritarian,
has run out.
serious. This
I
is
do
a
what I must to save
that.
Earthrealm.
He's not
Raiden's
that.
worried about this scrappy
But-
band of misfits because Shang Tsung is a
He
real
brought
son
it-
of a
it brought it
bitch. Not
something.
only
He brought
does the
some character
sorcerer
to
have
it.
Sub-Zero on his side, he's got this shorty with a monster mouth named Melina. Outworld may be a bit
Yeah, it's
barren,
true- she's
but
a
it's
trick.
still dazzling.
Don't-
Exactly. I don't know
Take
how
the
to
bear.
feel
Don't
about
take
her
the bear.
design.
Director McQuoid hauled his cast and crew there 6 hours away from Adelaide, correctly thinking that the on-location shoot would add to the performances and epicness. Sub-Zero ice forces his way inside Raiden's temple. The baddies are here to wreck the place and give Shang Tsung some
Yeah,
spiritual
I don't know how that worked
ambiance.
either.
Their souls
The ice
are
forces
mine.
way in.
Dude eats souls. Raiden shows up and tells Shang Tsung to fuck off, please and thank you. They'll fight at the tournament and not before it, even if it doesn't happen in this movie. He puts up a lightning shield with his Power Ranger staff, and that's
should
enough
not
to push
pass.
the plot back a little while
Gorgeous
longer.
lightning
The newbies start
effects.
training with Liu Kang and his cousin, professional hat thrower Kung Lao.
The
descendant of the great Kung Lao.
Kung Lao's ancestor
Who does a
is shown
good job
one
in
of
this
those
movie.
murals, defeating Shang
Professional.
Tsung, which
He's
prevented
the only
an
one to
earlier
kill
Earth-Realm
any one of
takeover
them.
attempt. Liu and
In
Kung
the
Lao have
first
unlocked
encounter.
their arcanas, this
But
movie's
then
invention
dies.
that
It
explains
just-
why
that's not
everyone
fair.
has superpowers. They did so by training, aka leveling up, but it's not just about the grind. You also need a dragon marking equipped. So, sorry Sonya, no superpower for you.
Fucking whoops.
The marked boys
I just
get to
noticed you had
fighting,
some
which,
technical
as
difficulties.
always in this movie,
No,
is a
we don't have
treat
to
to
stop.
watch. It's impressive how actor Max Huang matches the spinny fluid style of video game Kung Lao. He says it was the Chinese martial arts style Wing Chun. Huang was a real-life fan of the games, as were many other cast and crew members. Jax's actor, Mikad Brooks, said that as a kid, he was Scorpion for Halloween.
This is still a big deal to me.
I love that the actors cared about the franchise as much as writer Russo and director McQuoid. This doesn't feel like it was just another job for them. They seem to know the importance of portraying these characters properly for fans of the franchise. Melina's actor, Sissy Stringer, got a 2,000-word fan essay about her character's backstory so she could go into the role fully prepared. The training sequence includes a reference to a common playstyle in the original game, spamming the leg sweep.
That the only move you know, mate. Ah, no, fuck.
Another game reference is mentioned while Liu Kang tells Cole Young his backstory. He mentions Bo Rai Cho, the man who trained him in Kung Lao, and who in the games early on was a guy who burped and
Bo Rai Cho
farted a lot.
farts.
He was dumb. Since she can't
What he
train
does.
with the marked boys, Sonya instead hangs out with Jax, who's being treated in the temple after Liu Kang found him alive, but, you know, armless. Now he's rocking these
Harmless.
mechanical
That
limbs,
means he's
which aren't
harmless.
exactly a
Get it?
one-to-one replacement for his previously bulging biceps.
Oh, those
Nice
are great,
pun.
mate. They make those in men's sizes?
Kano goes on a supper-time tirade of personal insults and mild racism, and that anger unlocks his arcana, which blasts forth from his eye.
Ah, laser beam! It's better than fireballs, you pussy!
Sure.
No matter how much
Whatever
they
you
beat up
say.
Cole, though,
Fire is
Kano's
way better than
power
lasers.
must be extra disappointing after he finds out he's the descendant of Hanzo Hasashi, a legendary warrior murdered by Sub-Zero. Since Cole won't shut up about how much he misses his family, Raiden opens a lightning portal and sends the guy
I bet
home.
that feels
Cheaper than
like-
ride shares, I'll tell you that.
What does that
much.
feel like?
Yeah, Allison.
You should
Husband,
acknowledge
husband.
that you're walking
Here,
into
let's
lightning
meet some
fields.
more Mortal Kombat characters. Freaking Cabal, one of my faves, and two characters I was unfamiliar with. Reiko and Natara, who Shang Tsung keeps saying is hot.
She is beautiful.
In every single way. There's also the still unseen Shokan warrior Prince Goro, who was earlier teased in one of those murals. Shang Tsung says they all
Like a
about to beat
total
up some
version of
Earth
Goro
Realmers,
there,
and to
though.
get to them, they'll lean on Cabal's networking skills.
You see a guy down there? Complete fucking asshole.
Love
Answers
his
to
voice
Kano.
and
Cabal knows Kano through the
outfit
Black
and
Dragon
everything.
Syndicate, and in fact,
So
Kano's the
Brook.
reason
So
Cabal's all
Brooklyn,
Darth
that guy.
Vaderized. Through a profanity-ridden back and forth, Cabal convinces Kano to join the bad guys.
Just name your price, then double it again. What are you waiting for, asshole?
Kano
As if he
agrees
wouldn't
and
have done that
destroys
all
Raiden's
along.
shield thingy with his laser eye, allowing Shang Tsung to hotbox the place with evil smoke that transports him and his hench people there. Fighting promptly ensues. Liu Kang goes up against Cabal's superhuman speed and hook weapons. Reiko takes his boom hammer to Jackson his rough draft arm, and the ladies square up, with Sonya having
T-Rex
to
arm.
defend herself against Melina's pair of sides.
Oh.
Melina gets the best of Sonya, and even gets a little bit kinky with it, but since
Yeah, that was
Sonya's
hot.
blood doesn't have that dragon marking spice to it, Melina says she's not worthy.
Your death has no worth.
Purple teleport away! Kano picks up the
I'm sure there's a
slack
Mortal
and puts
Kombat
Sonya
porn
down
where
by
that
laser beaming a
scene-
giant
I've never been a
hand
fan
onto her
of
body,
the-
which
the-
is probably
the
its own
merciful
category on Pornhub. As Cabal gets the
Pornhub, he just made
You're gonna kill me. I'll come back on my own. I don't need your help.
Now destroy him, my beauty.
That doesn't go great for Natara. Kung Lao centers himself and revs up his chakram half and rides Natara into
Oh,
it so she
she's
gets
there for
freaking
like 3
butt
seconds.
Yeah!
Flawless victory.
Fuck yeah, it was, dude. That was sick.
That was
During all this
MKX.
fighting, Cole gets a home visit from Prince Goro, who, for whatever reason, comes out of his shed. This Goro looks pretty good for a giant CG beast, although I
Just his
missed the
face
clunky
sucked.
animatronic created by Tom Woodruff
You
and
didn't like the
ABI.
face, huh?
It wasn't great,
Nope.
but I can't help thinking how good a modern
He
day
didn't have enough
practical
jaw.
Goro could look.
He
Just
needed
think
more
of Neil
mandible.
Scanlon's work in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and imagine a Goro of that caliber. Instead, we get a digital version, which was done with two dudes in
Yeah,
blue
that's funny,
screen
though, that they
suits. The
actually had
back
two
one on
guys
stilts,
fighting.
so they could
that's
choreograph
funny.
a fight properly using the character's
cheaper
four
that
arms.
way.
Props to VFX supervisor Chris Godfrey for all the solid CG. I did not realize that Jax's entire chest had blue screen effects
look at
going
that.
on. It looks great. Much
Wow.
better than his Annihilation bullshit. Allison gets involved to help her man turn
Technology,
the girl's attention
come
to her
along.
Emily. And you do not want that
Wearing
guy's
a mocap.
attention. With his family in danger, Cole finally finds his Arcana. It's a suit of armor that comes out of a bracelet Emily
And
made for him.
don't
earlier.
forget
And because
the
of that,
nightsticks
it looks like
on top of
golden
it.
thread. It also looks bad, in my opinion. Kind of cheap, perhaps a product of this movie's budget.
Well, he's used to
55
getting beat
million
up,
bucks
so he
isn't
needed it.
exactly an indie movie, but it's not a huge
Right.
blockbuster budget either.
Not
I think
for this
every
type of
dollar
movie.
wound up on the screen, but they might not have had enough to make all the costumes great. Regardless, costume designer Cappy Ireland put a lot of thought into all of the outfits.
Still
Shang
need to come
Tsung is
out.
rocking ancient Chinese armor, for instance, with the souls he's stolen and printed on.
Yeah, I
it.
really
like
do
that
love
they
the
changed
costume
Raiden's
design.
hat from straw to metal, and apparently on Cabal's costume, he's got a police badge from his buddy Stryker, another game
Cabal's
character who
do. I
hasn't
gotta
yet
finish
made
that.
it to the big screen. Cole's armor is part of his Arcana, which is also kind of lame. I guess it's a kinetic thing where he can absorb blows and
Yeah, what was that from?
strength or something.
Black
he
Panther?
uses this newfound
Yes.
advantage to go on the offense against Prince Goro, and he fares much better in the second round of their bout, especially with that uppercut. He even materializes a pair of golden tonfa, and with those he really lays
One's a
into
stubby
his
and
four-armed
one's a
foe.
stabby.
Well,
You see?
four-armed and
Stabby and stubby.
three-handed. With his tonfa, Cole delivers some gnarly slashes and stabs that finally puts the Prince of Shokan down. It sucks that we only got a few minutes of Goro, but at least he went out with
How's
some
your camera?
gore, yo. At Raiden's
I just
nest,
restarted
we
it.
find Sonya being crushed.
I got it.
to
We're
death.
good.
The care he has for his comrade unlocks his Arcana, a pair of metal arms that look a lot more like his video game ones. It does beg the question, though. What would his Arcana have been if he had never lost
Yeah,
his
that's a good
arm?
question.
Damn, the Arcana thing is dumb. Raiden
Yes,
begins
it
to
is.
tactical
It's so
retreat,
dumb.
but Kung Lao gets caught by
They could have
Shang
done that
Tsung.
so much better.
I think it would have been the
Kung Lao is killed by
MK3
Shang
version
Tsung
of
when the
Jax. It
sorcerer
would just
sucks
been
out his
coated
soul.
in aluminum.
In some circles, they call that a soul
That is a
slug.
very
You know,
cool
like a
effect,
turkey
though. That's a
slurpee.
very
Raiden
cool way to
teleports
kill
his
him.
champions to an inter-realm location called the Void. Even Cole, who takes a lightning portal from his front yard. Love you, fam, but bye. Gotta go get my inheritance. A garden spade from the White-Eyed
Garden
Lizard
spade.
Man. Cole says that they can beat the bad guys as long as they fight them on their terms. That means pairing everyone off at different locations. But how can they do that?
Lord Raiden, can you send anyone anywhere?
Oh, okay. That was easy. The fights take place simultaneously, but it's
just
easier
now
to
we
go
go to
through
the
them one
stages.
by one. So, the first bout takes
Pit.
place in the Pit, an infamous Mortal
Love
Kombat
it.
stage that's been in many of the games. There, Jax fights
Great
Reiko and his
reference.
hammer. The new and
Reiko.
improved arms prove to make it a much more even match, and Jax ends things pretty quickly.
Bye,
when he jumps
Nathan
and
Jones.
claps Reiko's skull
Smash.
into smithereens. Holy
Oh.
shit, dude.
Yeah, these
bloody.
motherfuckers work.
The next fight is probably my favorite of this bunch, since it
Yes,
takes place
Kill
in
Bill,
close quarters.
Volume
Tino
1.
fights Sonya
That scene,
in her
that
tiny
whole- that
trailer
first
home,
fight,
where she's
that's what this
outfitted with
reminded me
secret
of.
hatches and
Yeah, they
cross
have a
faces
really
as
great
well.
fight
I really like
together.
how
She
confined
has
all
really
their
good
attacks are.
choreography with
Plus,
him.
they beat each other up using simple household
just- it's
items.
just so
Get a
messy.
BuzzFeed list out of
You
it.
love it when
it's
First,
messy
goes
like
outside
that.
through the bathroom window, where Sonya ends things by stabbing Kano in the eye with a garden gnome.
The other
Without
eye.
Kano, the dragon marking passes from his body to hers. The Arcana is still a dumb thing, but I'm happy for you, Sonya. Next
Yeah, at
is Liu
least she
Kang
gets to
facing
be
off
important.
against
She
Cabal.
immediately
in a
knows how to
rematch,
use
like
it.
this were
She
a
just
Raw the
immediately
night after
knows.
a pay-per-view. Lou's more prepared for Cabal's speed this time and even hits him with a bicycle kick, one of the most satisfying
Yes.
moves to land
That
in
was
the game,
really, really
partly
epic.
because of the ridiculous sound effect. The kick traps Cabal in a pit of some
Why are you
sort.
taking
Now
my
Liu
video
Kang
phone?
is ready to
Ah,
murk
you
him.
had to-
He summons a giant fire dragon that swoops in and engulfs
Yeah, that was
Cabal,
his,
giving things all sorts of toasty. Cabal
Critical,
falls to his
no.
knees, a crispy burnt boy. I love how
Yeah,
much
the
this
critical.
death matches the game fatality, too. Finally, we
Yeah.
have Cole fighting Melina, who keeps up the purple teleportation. Teleportation? She ends up getting so mad that she screams the corners of her mouth open.
See what you
showing
did
us the
there.
extent of her sharp teeth and making her look more like her video game self. That's a problem for Cole, but thankfully for him, Sonya shows up with her new Arcana. It's her pink energy
And it's
bracelet
just one.
that she launches
Just- there
straight
you go,
through
there's your
Melina's
fatality.
torso. Wait, why didn't the ring sever her spinal cord? You know what? Fuck it. It's fine.
Yeah.
These last two bouts were filmed
Because
at
they
the
wanted to have
Black
one that
Hill
looked like the
Granite 2
MK11.
hours outside of
They had a lot of those
Keeping with
ones.
McQuoid's desire to have as many things as practical as possible,
Fire.
the actors fought in front of
That's
real
always
fire
good
being
news.
piped in through copper
Most
fixtures.
practical you can
Cabal's
do.
death was a huge fire stunt performed by his physical actor, stuntman Daniel Nelson. Cabal's voice, on the other hand, was provided by Damon Harriman, the guy who played Charles Manson in both Mindhunter and Once Upon a
Oh,
Time
you
in
did?
Hollywood.
Okay.
With the other evil
I didn't
henchmen
know if you
defeated,
did any
all
of the
that's
things.
left is Sub-Zero, who's such a horror villain, he's showing up in jump scares.
Yeah, that's what his brother was doing.
He
He was
appears
a
to the
ghost.
Earthrealm champions and indicates that he's been up to some daughter napping. That lures Cole to follow him solo straight into the Badlands.
People are gonna have
actually
nightmares
called
about
Jimmy
ice.
White.
Into the
That's where
Badlands!
his story began, but now it's
he's
covered
gonna be in
ice,
there too.
courtesy
He's gonna
of
be
production
Sonny's,
designer Raymond Marshall.
something.
He built a dip tank to cover all the set pieces in their fake ice material, then painted more on for good measure. It
That
was
must
so
have taken
effective,
so
the actors
long.
said they felt cold
It
on
looked
set.
brilliant.
With the fate of his frozen family at stake, Cole begins his fight against Bi-Han, who immediately neutralizes his Tonfa and kicks his ass 7 ways to Sunday. The descendant of Hanzo Hasashi fights back and bleeds all over the Garden Spear, and that triggers a resurrection. Hanzo, who returns from the Nether Realm as Scorpion.
Get over here!
Bam!
Get over
Probably
here.
the most
Yeah, so much
kick-ass
better
part
than the
of this
trailer.
movie, the one-on-one battle between fan
first time
favorites
Boone didn't
Sub-Zero
do it,
and
huh?
Scorpion. This is such a better use of these characters than the 1995 film, where they were both brainless
Yes.
henchmen of
That
Shang
was
Tsung.
awful.
These two have always had an intricate, bombastic relationship, and I love seeing it come to the big screen.
今俺はスコーピオンだ。
Yes, you are. Their fight continues with frozen blood daggers and harpoons on chains as Cole tries desperately.
We
to
have one of
claw
those
out his
courtesy
hammer.
of Sinister
Oh, shit,
props.
Sub-Zero uses Ice Clone? That's another classic move. Fuck yeah, I
Yes.
love this movie. And boy does Joe Taslim have a flair for the dramatic. Taslim, who
Taslim
plays
is
Sub-Zero,
amazing.
was previously in The Raid.
The Raid, yeah, we
Pecan
reacted
Brooks
to that
watched it
scene.
before shooting their
And
fight
another-
scene, which he said
Another
might have been
few
a
that
mistake.
we missed.
I gotta fight that dude?
Taslim
What
moved
is it, a
so
Night
fast,
Among
he had
Us
to
or
slow
something?
things down for the camera, a result of his 15 years on the Indonesian judo team.
I didn't
This
even
This
know
was a
that.
treat for stunt coordinator Kyle Gardner and fight choreographer Chan Griffin.
You need to do the things that you always wanted to do in a movie and everyone tells you you can't do.
Griffin was excited to work with performers who could handle anything he threw at them, even when they were just shy of 60, like Scorpion's actor Hiroyuki Sanada. Some, like Sonya's actor
like
Jessica
58.
Scorpion's way
Matthews,
shorter
tried to do a
than,
lot of the fighting and
Sub-Zero
stunts
in this.
themselves. Others, like Josh Lawson, not so much.
My stunt double looks so much like me that I'm the first to go, step in, buddy. You look good. You look good. You look better than me, so go for it.
The holy grail was this final fight, though. Taslim and Louis Tan were so experienced they didn't use doubles, which Taslim said makes for better chemistry on screen.
Yes,
when you
it
fight
does.
someone and then they double the other guy, it feels like you fight two different persons.
You
It
don't
comes
know
down to a
someone
2-on-1
until you fight
as
them.
The Chinese warriors start to lose
Matrix
ground.
quote.
He rips off his blue armor, giving himself the all-black appearance of his future persona.
must have felt
Luke
nice
Skywalker.
taking that off.
Stay tuned for that evil motherfucker in any sequels. Bi-Han also
Yeah, but it's
drops
gotta be
the
way more
Sub-Zero
over the top
mask
for
as
that
he
armor.
makes his final stand for the Lin Kuei. But he's
And to
no
be able to
match for two
breathe
generations
for a
of
moment.
Hanzos who get him to his knees. If you're gonna dress like a
Fire,
noob,
it's
you're
Gary.
about to get treated
Oh.
like one, dude. Scorpion uses his newfound Hellfire powers to light Sub-Zero ablaze with a
Torch
giant
him.
blast from his mouth flamethrower. Just like that, Subby's turn.
No, don't, no.
Now
I
Scorpion
can't.
has been
I can't
freed,
watch
just
that.
like Cole's
Ugh.
family, and he tells his descendant to please try to
It's
keep
fine.
the bloodline going.
He
Okay,
was
that's
totally
how
bad.
Raiden and
He
the
was an
others
evil
show
man.
up, which
the only way I
we
could
could
get
have
this
done
power.
15 minutes ago.
I mean,
Shang Tsung is
roll.
still lurking
I had the
around,
power
but I
already.
told you, we ain't getting the tourney in this film. And don't worry about all your faves that got killed.
That's a tease.
Another portal.
With
Death
that,
is
there's
the
hope that
beginning.
we'll get more Kano and Goro in future films. Raiden sends Shang Tsung back to Outworld with a lightning blast and tells his champions that they need to prepare for that tournament. It'll happen, he swears. The movie ends with Cole headed to Hollywood to make contact with their top recruit, an action star by the name of Johnny Cage. Hopefully,
The Miz. I knew he was gonna say that.
Yeah, very likely. It's
Let's
rumored.
find out.
I would think
Hey,
that would
Lord
be good
Raiden,
too.
That'll help get into the numbers? Oh, perfect. That guy can send anyone anywhere.
What was it?
26?
62.
I counted 31 kills
Oh,
in Mortal
I-
Kombat
that was way off.
21. Only 3 of them were of women, while the 28 male victims included a lot of unnamed ninjas. Some frozen chunks in that pie chart, though, so I don't think it's fit for consumption. With a runtime of 110 minutes, that left us with a kill on average about
That's what
every
we like.
3.5
That's what you want.
That's good.
That's your
Moving
ratio.
chainsaw for
You want
kills
it-
kills
very
is
good.
tough,
Sub
'cause there were a
4.
lot of awesome ones. But I'll give it to Natara. I think it's the kill most people will remember walking away from this thing. Dull Machete for Lama's kill is gonna have to go to any of the nameless ninjas seen dead, having been killed off screen. Everything else was dope. And that's it. Mortal Kombat came out in 2021 and was the first movie I saw in
It's like
theaters
Justin
since
McCollum
Invisible
suits
Man
everywhere.
in February 2020. That could also play into why I like it so much. Though I'm hoping for a sequel, nothing's been confirmed yet, so I'll keep crossing my
Yeah, they're
fingers.
rumoring
And in
it,
the
though.
meantime, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count.
On the next Kill Count.
All right, we can pause there.
Okay. That's the end of it.
Yeah, so that is James has done a really great compilation here of all the kills. We should have guessed
So much
before.
information too. Love the digging you did, dude. I
Longtime
got
Mortal
trapped a
Kombat
couple
fan
times.
there. We really respect what he makes. Thank you guys so much for suggesting we would react to this. It is so great to see it like this. To just count the kills, the fatalities.
31.
Yeah. So
that's more like the MK movie than any other MK movie. Killing things. You know, that's ratio's good. But that doesn't even matter because everybody like teleports away or is going to be in the next one anyway. You know, I just feel a little bit bad about Kung Lao.
Yeah, me too. He was great in the movie. Yeah, he shouldn't have died so quickly. But yeah, so if you guys would like to see more DeadMeat, check him out in the link down below. He deserves your support. He makes awesome videos on all sorts of horror movie kill counts usually, but since he's an MK fan, he includes that too. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell thing if you'd like to see more.
And we'll see you guys next time, whatever the hell it is we're going to do next.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye, everybody.